How's it hanging, little boy?
Just chilling.
Short and to the left,
I don't know how it goes.
or long and to the right.
I don't think it's that one.
Medium size and just hanging on your balls.
Maybe.
Oh my god, your grandfather just fell.
I got a little surprise for you on the soundboard that you could probably guess.
There you go.
Just
It was in this,
it was in the opening, yeah.
and it was in the middle of the episode too. There was that shit.
Oh, really? I didn't even catch it
Yeah.
actually in the episode.
God damn,
That's
drive me fucking nuts,
funny.
dude.
Well, at least it wasn't in a lot of it.
Yeah. It just drives me crazy.
I don't know why.
Oh.
It makes me laugh so hard the way you do it.
It sounds like a toy or something.
I know. I text you right to the whole end, like the end card of the last podcast was just this on repeat.
Yeah.
It just kept going.
It's fine.
It was making me die laugh. I showed it to Nick and he's like, "God, you guys are stupid." And I was like, "Oh,
Yes.
it's making me laugh."
Yes. Yes.
But White Lotus season 2. What'd you think about it? You kind of didn't like the first season. It seemed it seemed like it was pretty okay to you.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I watched the last episode of season 1 last night, right before we watched this.
Oh, literally moments before.
Yeah, I know it didn't matter, but we had a party to go to Saturday night, a Halloween party, so didn't get to watch it Saturday night. And then yesterday, I watched the Cardinals game, and then Peyton had a basketball tournament, so I was gone. I didn't get home till like 8. So I was like, well, fuck, I gotta watch
You're
two
like, I guess
fucking
my
episodes.
night is filled with White
Yeah.
Lotus.
Like
Yeah.
the panties.
So, I mean, the first season, like, I don't know. I don't understand all the hype.
Such a fuck ass.
Honestly, I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just, like, it didn't seem like a whole hell of a lot happened.
It wasn't a lot. Wasn't supposed to happen. I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, nothing did happen in it really, except for there was a murder.
Right.
But
Right.
I think it was the week to week on that show that really got it going.
Okay.
I think binging it
guess.
is probably the way not to go. I think week to week on that, and like, oh, that was kind of, and then like you slowly get little, like in the first
Right.
episode of this, you get all those hints to all the cheaters, and they're gonna get their heads cut off or whatever. The opening with all the bodies and all this shit.
Right.
So I think it's more just to tease you and string you along, and then it'll be like a.
And then you're just like, oh, why did I just waste 6 weeks watching this?
But so like you don't like shows like that where it's just like watching people live day to day doing weird shit when like there's just drama and no dragons.
The princess has a dragon, you dumb cunt.
I mean, I don't know. I guess no. It's just. I mean, I watch.
What'd you think of this one?
To be entertained, not to just be like, oh, I'm watching like.
Yeah, but see,
Just,
like to me,
you know.
like this second, the first episode of the second season, I thought was very entertaining. Like,
Really?
which is like, because you could just get to introduce everybody and all their drama
Right,
and shit.
of
and just
course.
like Christopher. I mean, I know he's not Christopher in this, but Christopher
I
from
know,
The Sopranos has like hookers coming over and shit.
Yeah.
And there's just a ton of people I like in the show too, so that helps.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's fine. It's just, I'm not like ripping and I'm not.
No,
I mean,
No,
obviously
it's
we're gonna watch it.
it's
We're gonna
definitely-
talk about it.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, oh, I can't wait till next Sunday to watch this because, like, it's just like,
Yeah, no, I
You know?
I agree. It's for me, it's a casual, fun show that I enjoy.
and I'm not looking forward to seeing Horsecock again because I'm
You
sure
don't
it'll
want to see any
fucking
more horsecock? You don't like horsecock?
no.
Come on.
Yeah.
But what do you think of Jennifer Coolidge, Stifler's mom, and her boyfriend? He seems to kind of be a dick. And
Yeah. Well, that's her husband now.
yeah, they got married apparently, and
Yeah. They
and
apparently got married.
she has an assistant. He doesn't like her.
Yeah. He seems a bit controlling.
The assistant seems to fucking panic. Like she seems
Well,
like that
I
one
mean, it's
one
just-
little drop, like, oh, just get lost, like don't be around my husband, and it was like the end of the world for her, you know.
Yeah. She goes to Italy and then she's like, you have to stay in your room the entire time.
And the first thing she does, I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go to the same restaurant every single person in this hotel is gonna eat at. Apparently,
I mean, hey, what do you? I mean, it's probably all inclusive.
it's true. Yeah.
So I mean, it's probably already paid for, as opposed to going somewhere else. You got to pay.
Yeah, true.
Well, he did say. I think he said if I was worth $500 million, I
Oh
would
yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah. She did say
So
that.
I'm like, Jesus, she's super wealthy.
Do you think that her? It seems kind of obvious, but her and Christopher's son are gonna bang? Think they're gonna get together?
Her assistant.
Yeah, the assistant, the young
Yeah,
girl,
I mean,
and the young
I would
boy.
assume. I would
Yep.
assume so.
I'm gonna get IMDb up so I can know their names, so I'm not just calling them Christopher from The Sopranos and Stifler's mom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably best if we don't do that. But I mean,
so Jennifer
know.
Coolidge is Tanya.
Tanya.
Here, let me get to. I don't want to. This has also season 1 people in it. That could get
I
confusing.
feel like his name's Pete or something, but I don't think it is.
Oh, let's see. Let's make it. Let's see. So we have Bert is the old man. Tanya Stifler's mom. Albie is the young boy, and Christopher from The Sopranos is named Dominic.
Dom, that's right.
Dominic.
Dom.
Oh, you can Dom. But yeah, it was. So we got that one scene with him, and he's calling his wife and kind of like talking about his dad and all.
I don't
that
think
stuff.
it's his wife.
Oh, you don't think that was his wife? Who did you think that was?
I think it's his ex-wife.
Oh, well, yeah. Sorry, I guess I should. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Because
But
I'm like, there's no way they're still fucking married.
that's true. That'd be a horrible fucking marriage.
She's like, leave me alone. Don't fucking call me.
What is that, Nick and Angela?
So, yeah. That would be your dynamic. That would be your question to answer.
But
Like your panties.
But that was pretty like crazy. He's like kind of just informed, yeah, we're taking my grandpa here, whatever. He's gonna go to his hometown, and she's like, get the fuck out of my life, fuck you. And she's just like going off on him.
Yeah.
No, did she sound familiar to you? Because to me, it almost sounded like it was Nikki Glazer. And like I looked it up to see like on IMDb who it was, and I couldn't find anybody credited as his wife or anything.
It
But
didn't.
she sounded so when she started like screaming at him. I was like, who the fuck is this? That sounds really familiar.
I don't fucking care, Tom. I've wasted enough of my life.
Yeah,
So
it
I
did
wonder if we'll see her.
nothing hit home.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know. I doubt it. Unless
yeah.
she flies to fucking Sicily. I don't know why she would. So.
Well, that's what I was thinking. It could just be a voice, and they're just like, oh, we'll have her as like a little cameo. People might be like, hey, is this F-Boy Island? And get all crazy.
Could be.
But do you have any ideas who you think is going to be the ones that get killed?
Maybe I don't know. And that's the other thing. What's Stifler's mom's? What's her character?
She's Tanya.
Tanya. And then what's her husband's name?
And the husband is Greg.
Yeah, Greg. I mean, we still don't know what kind of health issue he has.
Oh, true.
I mean,
I kind of forgot about that.
I feel like it's like emphysema or something. I mean, he like has these like coughing attacks or something.
And he was talking.
You know.
He's like, "Oh, I'm talking." Didn't he say he's talking to his doctor or something when he was on the phone in the bathroom and he was like hiding stuff from her?
Yeah.
Maybe you're on it because I kind of forgot about that from season 1. Maybe because me and Taylor were thinking he's gonna be one of the cheaters eventually, and like he's gonna end up getting chopped up. But maybe he'll have it. Maybe it'll seem like he's cheating, and he'll have an illness. Like it'll be like his bad illness.
But I mean, what if he kills her because they got married and he gets her money?
That's another good point.
Something of that nature.
That'd be really interesting.
Something of that nature.
Because I did find that kind of cool that they're like they didn't even specify. Because the first one, one person's dead, so you're kind of trying to figure out a little bit like who's going to be the one to die.
Right.
But then, in this one, they're like, how many are dead? A couple bodies. Like a few of the guests are dead.
Multiple, yeah.
Yeah. So it'll.
Well, at first I was like, this shit's really going to be in Italian. They're going to speak Italian the whole time. We're going to read subtitles. I was like, oh, this might be interesting.
It's going to be in Italian and the whole time in the background.
Yeah. I'm like, this might be interesting. Jesus. But it wasn't.
No, I did.
But yeah,
I
like the hotel like manager, the lady. She's like so fucking blunt and just like
I liked when she kicked out the prostitutes or whatever, and they came back in and like, no one would pay to have sex with you.
Yeah,
they go off on her, and she like kind of looked around like, man, no one would pay to have sex with me.
Yeah, well, but she was like, I'm not, she's like, I'm not selling my body to make money. Yeah, so I don't have to resort to that.
I thought that was interesting that that was brought up multiple times that like people, at least everybody in the show seems to be able to spot a hooker they even had like a whole dinner conversation and be like, hey, look, there's a prostitute. And then the one friend was like, huh? And he's like, what, you're telling me you don't recognize one as soon as they walk in? I wonder, like, where that story's going with all them. Like, are they going to be... It almost seems like they might be the bodies that pop up in, like, not one of the main characters or something, you know?
It's possible. Abby thinks that the horsecock guy and his wife, they want to... They're swingers, and they want to have...
I can see
they want to get with April.
So what about that scene when Aubrey Plaza gives him a bathing suit and fucking he's
That's
like,
what I'm talking about, horsecock.
No, I know. But I'm saying, like, when he actually showed her his cock, basically.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why it's like, you know, like, hey, do you like this?
You like this horsecock?
And then she tells her husband, and he's like, well, I don't know, it seems pretty normal to me.
Yeah, she also explained it so horribly. She was like, I was in the bathroom, he was in there, and he changed naked. He went directly in my eyesight so I would see his cock, and then he walked up right to the mirror that was zoomed in on his cock.
Yeah. He was definitely a shower. He was not a grower.
Hey, we haven't seen it hard, though. He could be a shower and a grower, you know what I'm saying?
You like your panties? I need to see a doctor.
I've seen that guy's cock too many times this week. Because I was just finishing up Time Traveler's Wife with Angela. I finished it and she didn't, and he's the main dude in that. So we were watching the last episode the other night, and whenever he time travels, his clothes disappear, and he falls on the ground naked wherever he's at. And one flop down, and you see his horse cock. So I've been looking at that dude's cock for a while lately. You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
But so is there anybody that you hate already in the show? Anybody that you just can't stand already? Was there anybody like that in the first season for you?
No, not really. I was gonna look up their names because I want to start speaking in their names here.
I know I gotta.
No, I don't think there's anyone I hate. White Lotus. Oh my god, you fucking dumb shit, dude.
What happened?
The fucking Game 3 of the World Series got pushed to tomorrow because of fucking rain. Oh, fucking dumb.
They can't play in the rain?
Apparently it's gonna be fucking pouring down rain over there.
They can't. I feel like if that's possible in your city, you should have a dome kind of stadium that you can just close.
Yeah,
that should be
but
readily available.
It's a little different with baseball. Who's the goofy guy? Who's married to Aubrey Plaza in the show? He looks like a. I don't know his name,
but he did look familiar.
He looks like a reject of the dude from the. So Ethan, he kind of annoys me because he just looks like I don't know. He seems.
I bet he's hung like a mammoth.
I don't know. And then you have, and then the other dude that annoyed me was the piano player, the singer dude. Giuseppe.
I don't even remember who that is. The piano player.
Yeah, remember he was singing in the fucking at the restaurant.
Oh, gotcha.
And then he tried to pick up the one chick, and then she threw water in his face.
Yeah.
Or her drink in her face.
Yeah.
But I did like the old man. I did like Bert too because he's flirting.
Him, yeah. He
flirting and just living his life.
In Moon Knight, he voices like the Egyptian god that goes into Moon Knight, and he's like the voice of that. So I already kind of liked him before, so now he's in this too.
There you go.
But there was something. Oh yeah, about that guy. What was his name again? Ethan. Is that what you said?
Yeah, Ethan.
With Ethan and Aubrey Plaza. They had a really interesting relationship. Like they were really judging the other couple. Like they don't watch the news. They don't do this.
I know.
What do they talk about?
They don't.
But
vote.
literally, they sound like the most boring couple I've ever seen. Like he's doing work, she's reading. Like not like that's boring, but like they were on vacation, they're just doing that shit, and they're like almost like making fun of the other couple, like tickling and having sex and all this shit.
Yeah, but it did seem a bit much.
Yeah, and like even like at dinner when she was like, I don't want the white one, because it's a little too fishy. I don't like it too fishy, and they're all like, oh boy, we're in for a fucking treat on this vacation.
Well, she usually plays that just kind of bitchy fucking character.
Yeah, you really bet you're really awkward. I even like at one point she's like, wow, when do I make things awkward?
Yeah. Yeah,
I do think this will be a fun cast. So far, because like last season, like I feel like there was a couple people that you're like, oh, this guy can murder someone, this guy can murder someone. I have no inklings of anybody being a murderer this season. Like they're all dicks, and they almost seem more rapey than killy. You know what I mean?
Rapey.
Because they even brought up
Rapey over killy.
they even brought up like the sexual claims against him, and he's like, yeah, they're all bullshit and things like that. He's pulling his cock out while she's in the bathroom. It seems to like me, even though I know there's bodies, it seems like the more thing to talk about this season is them sexually assaulting people, which will be interesting as you go farther.
Right.
But yeah,
it'll be interesting. I mean, I'm putting my money on the old man for Greg right now.
Like he's the killer?
Yeah.
Oh, you think like he's a flirting with everybody and then killing some people?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Got that.
I like that.
Wild theories, Bill.
That'd be kind of cool. He's like. Do you think he's like playing it like he's not really like he's like because he fell at the pool? He seems to just be like an old man that just kind of has fun and do shit. You think he is like smarter and stronger than he claims? Maybe.
I mean, I just think he might be playing a long game. You know.
That's interesting. I kind of like that.
We'll see. We'll see if I'm correct or not.
Here, I'm just gonna scroll through the characters just to see if there's anybody else that we haven't really talked about. I was a little upset. I liked what's her name? I like Tanya, Jennifer Coolidge, and her man last season. So like him being a dick this time, I was kind of like, oh man, like I wonder where this is gonna go. But I did forget about his illness, so I'm really hoping maybe his illness is more towards, or him being an asshole is more towards that, and not him just being a dick and they're gonna break up and whatnot. Because it just seems like she has nothing going good for her. Like if he's ended up being a dick too, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, and then she also let down whatever the black lady from season 1.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Which I
wonder if that girl would come back at all, like for anything, you know.
I would doubt it. I mean, who knows?
Well, just because because they were so connected last season, but
yeah, well, she did say I'll call you, so maybe.
Sure, maybe we'll get like a fun little phone call episode, and she'll get the ring her up and be like, "Hey, how you doing?" But is there anything else on White Lotus that struck your fancy? Because I feel like nothing major happened. It was kind of just it was a big introduction to everybody. Introduction to the characters and a big horse cock. But
yeah.
That's
introduction episode. I saw 5 on IMDb. That's what I saw. 5 episodes. So I don't know.
I don't because there was only 6 in the last one, right?
Yeah. So I was like, oh, I go.
It'll be interesting. So, and then after this, we'll just watch La Bamba until our eyes fall out. You know what I'm saying?
We'll do La Bamba. Yeah. No, we'll find something. There was a show that I don't know. There's a couple shows that I wanted to watch, but I'll run by you. Yeah, figure something out.
But then I also wanted to ask you, once we're done, are we done with White Lotus? Is there anything else you wanted to say?
About White Lotus?
No, I'm gonna ask you about Modern Warfare. So if we're done with White Lotus, then we'll move on.
No, yeah, that's what I meant. The only thing I want to say is I hope it gets better. That's all.
I think it will, because I mean, like for me, I really enjoyed the first episode. Like nothing happened. I would have when it ended, I was like, oh fuck, that's where it ends. I don't know what we're gonna talk about tomorrow, but okay.
Right,
but
it's quickie.
It's fun. I feel like it's a fun thing to watch. It is one thing I do like is it will be like we can just watch it and talk. Like you don't gotta worry about figure out what this means for the books and whatnot. Like fucking Game of Thrones and whatnot. So it's a little breath of fresh air for a show, but it's also just kind of fun. But now over to Modern Warfare 2. What do you think about this new COD?
I mean, I enjoy it so far.
Would you say if it was a pair of panties, would you?
You like your panties?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. I like it. It's something, it's a new game.
Yeah.
So
it'll be interesting how much people are playing it in a couple weeks or in a month when Modern Warfare 2 or when Warzone 2 comes out. You know?
Yeah.
Because right now it seems like people are loving it, even though it's got its flaws for sure. But
well, of course,
I got a feeling
any game's gonna have its flaws.
Yeah, well, especially Call of Duty when it comes out, and then for me it was fine. I was able to unlock any camos, whatever. There's an update today. Now none of my camos work. I can't make any progress on a camo now.
Wow.
Yeah, I played a bunch today. I was trying to get gold on my TAC last night and today. And not a single kill or anything counted. And I was like, okay, cool. I guess I'll take a break then.
Wow, that sucks. Yeah, that would piss me off.
So that was happening to Nick, but it was really counting. It just wasn't showing him, and then eventually he got him.
Right.
So I'm hoping that's the case for me, but I don't know.
Huh. Yeah, it's funny because it's still, and I don't know if it's because you're on PlayStation, but it still shows you're a level 1.
No, it shows me every time I log in, it has a little level 1 over my guy, and then it has like a 33 or 35, whatever I am, like in the top corner.
Yeah.
But
it's just
it is
weird
because for you guys too, it shows me your normal rank. But then once we go back to the lobbies, you guys are a 1-2. But then sometimes like Nick will be a 1 and you'll be like a 45. Like it'll be so strange what it is.
Yeah. Well, it's so weird, but I mean, like I said, I enjoy it. I feel like I guess there was a map. There was another map. It got pulled. They had it in the beta. They said, I guess it was based off of some museum. I don't know what. It's some fucking big museum, art museum or something. But I guess the museum found out and they asked them to remove it because they didn't want to be part of the game or whatever.
They can't just like change it enough so we can have another. Because that's one of my big criticisms about the game is it feels like there's 3 maps to play on.
Yeah, there's.
And it's so weird that it's a remake of Modern Warfare 2, but we're gonna give you the Modern Warfare 2 maps in the year. When I don't want to play the game, you're gonna give me the maps.
This is true.
So like, who cares? It just seems weird. It's like, oh, you guys aren't gonna put out a Call of Duty next year, so you're just making us wait for the maps we want to play next year.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because I don't know. I played a lot over the weekend, and I mean, I'll probably play some every day. I try to get my daily achievements every day.
No, yeah, I have my complaints and shit too, but I'm still playing every single day, all the time.
Yeah. So I mean, and then we have Warzone 2 in 3 weeks? Two weeks.
Did you see some Xbox players like when a game's done for them, they're getting like stuck in the Warzone 2 screen or whatever?
Yeah,
that's kind of interesting.
I was like, oh, that has not happened to me.
I saw the person, I saw a tweet, and it was like, you cannot play, but you'll be in the lobby. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I figured you can't play. That'd be wild. You're like, I'm the one person in Warzone 2 now. Woo!
Yeah. I just got a victory.
Yeah. You had the best KD of your friends and all this shit. Which, that's also weird. You can't look at anybody's KD or anything in this.
You can't even look at your own.
As far as I've seen, no one knows if that's ever coming or not either.
Yeah, well, I was reading a thread last night, and someone said like I can't remember a Call of Duty launch when stats weren't available at launch.
Yeah.
And I didn't see anyone say, oh, they said that they weren't gonna have them.
Yeah,
so
that was
still
so
holding out
hope.
I'm still holding out hope that they're just working on it or whatever. Or I don't know what they'd be waiting on.
It seems like you guys have put this in every other Call of Duty. Like, what would be the holdup? Like, unless there's some kind of big change, which I don't even know what that would be. It seems so weird to put it out this way.
It does, but
also it could make players play different and just have fun if like you're not like, oh, I don't want my friends to see that I'm negative. I'm scared,
Well, that too, but quit being a little bitch. But I mean, I almost feel like I don't know if this is accurate or not, but I feel like streamers and like people who played Call of Duty, like Warzone and then Vanguard and stuff, like I feel like they have been bitching for the past like 6 to 8 months. So I feel like maybe they were like, you know what, we got to get this shit out. Like we're losing players. Like we're losing people from playing the game.
Instead of delaying the game, they're just like, let's put it out. No stats. They can play the campaign early.
We'll fix it as it comes out. Like we'll figure it out as we go. Because I mean, legit, like there were streamers that I watched that I mean they would play maybe like an hour's worth, and then they would bitch the entire time. And then they would just go and like play another game and stuff.
Which also
it's just like which is fine.
Tim did stream Modern Warfare 2, even though he did all that shit saying he wasn't going to.
Oh, I did not.
I saw like the other day because he uploads the VODs of his stream, and it was like an 8-hour stream that he uploaded to YouTube of him playing Modern Warfare 2 opening day, and I was like, huh, I thought you weren't gonna play Modern Warfare 2 online streaming it.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that could have factored into it. They were like, "Hey, we need to get this out. We're losing a shitload of players. Like,
I can see
we need to just put it out. You know,
we need Nick Merckx back.
Yeah, but well, I mean, anytime I've seen him on Twitch, he's always playing Apex Legends.
Yeah.
So apparently, he's still grinding on that.
I can't imagine that game's still fun. Like I had a blast when we played it back in the day, but right now I just can't imagine that being any fun. You know what I mean?
Well, supposedly it's the ranks shit. And that's what, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people are bitching
has
about.
Such a hard-on for ranked modes.
Yeah.
But also, like, in the ranked modes, you're eventually going to play only good players. So why are they also mad about skill-based matchmaking where they're playing against good players? Seems like...
I know.
Seems like
it's kind of a...
Like, you're complaining about something and then getting the same thing-ish.
Pretty much.
So,
pretty much.
It is a little strange. But yeah, I mean, ranked mode's, like, fun, like, when they do Iron Trials and shit like that. I know that's not completely ranked, but... That stuff's fun, but I still enjoy the normal way better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I do like Battle Royale. I mean, you know, so I'm hoping that Warzone 2 is dope. So.
Yeah, it was. Nick didn't know that the original plan was for them not to have loadouts. So he was saying all this stuff about like playing Modern Warfare to rank up your guns, blah, blah, all that shit. And I was like, well, that'll be good now. But I was like, a couple weeks ago, that wouldn't have even mattered. And he was like, huh? And I was like, yeah, they weren't going to be loadouts. And he had no idea about that.
Well, which makes no sense because it's like, why would you even buy multiplayer if that, you know what I mean?
No, yeah.
So it's almost like
he
they
was
were
saying
forced
that, I was
to
like,
put it back
stupid.
in the game.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, well, I can't, it's not going to matter. Then why would I buy multiplayer?
Exactly, yeah.
So, I don't know.
It is interesting, yeah. It is almost like they're trying to make like the Call of Duty campaign its own thing, and then multiplayer its own thing, and then Warzone its own thing.
I do like that they had the campaign come out a week early. I really enjoyed that.
I was going to start it earlier today, and then I had to download one more thing for it, so I'm going to start it later. But
yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
What was the last Call of Duty campaign you played before this?
I couldn't even tell you.
Wow. See, that's also probably a good reason for them to do that, too, is because plenty of people like you, even me, I gave up on playing because it's like multiplayer's out. I'm going to go play with my friends. All that shit, you know?
Well, that too, and then I mean, obviously, you want to keep up, especially now with Warzone out. Like like so, it's like I want to keep up. Like I don't want to lose out on ranking up my weapons.
Well,
or,
also,
you know what I mean?
A day not playing and shit early on, everybody else is going to be so much higher ahead of you.
Exactly.
Like the first day, I was like, oh man, all these guys have gold guns, and now they're moved on to other shit.
Yeah,
it's wild.
Yeah, I did see that this Modern Warfare 2 was the the biggest game ever for PlayStation release or something like that.
I saw that,
most purchased copies or something
including
like that.
Like day of buying and pre-orders.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah,
and I also saw Xbox is like, we're still gonna put Call of Duty out on PlayStation as long as there are PlayStations that we can put them to. Since like it seemed like Call of Duty was gonna be Xbox exclusive soon.
Yeah.
Which I was happy with, but also at the same time, like I really don't care.
I couldn't imagine them be like, yeah, I don't know. I do hope that they put in to where we can just play with Xbox and PlayStation players, and we don't have to play with PC players.
Yeah.
If we don't want to.
Which one last thing I do want to complain about in this game is we need a little bit of a change to some snipers, because holy shit, am I sick of being sniped by someone just like jumping around a corner, flipping their gun to the side, and I'm dead. And I'm like, I'm fucking shooting you with a machine gun, and you're spinning in circles and jerking your dick off and fucking shooting me.
I know.
It is insane. Which it reminds me of COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2, and I know people love to snipe then, but like, Jesus Christ, something needs to change because it's a bit much.
Well, but I just feel like that's how it is. I feel like that's how the games have just evolved.
Yeah.
But
that is like Call of Duty, but like, fuck, it's annoying.
The frustrating thing for me is I'm trying to rank up the Vel 46, which is the MP7, and that thing has like no range, so I'm just getting fucking obliterated.
I've heard about that a little bit. That's all. I think it was the guy I follow, Hutch, on Twitter, was complaining about that.
Yeah, it's just there's no range on it. So I mean, which is fine, but there's not really any there's no shipment map or like a close quarters map.
No, yeah, I would love like a 3v3 little map or something like that when they had those ones. Yeah. Like I wonder what they'll do when they like a 24/7 map. I wonder what.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they don't have one yet, so I wonder what that would be. It'll probably just be like a remake of Shipment or something, since they just throw that in every game.
Pretty much.
Which all like, because I guess they do have that Rust one, but I've tried to play Ground War and I couldn't get it. I've tried multiple times and I couldn't get to Rust.
Oh, it's like in the middle or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And it's one of the. It's like a pretty big map, but yeah.
I wonder if that is the Warzone map, or if that is what it'll look like a little bit, or if
I think it'll be similar to that. I would think.
So do you think every single time a Call of Duty comes out, there'll be a new Warzone now? Since like it seems like there'll be one every 2 years or whatever, or do you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, is it would be almost weird now. You do Warzone 2, and then Warzone 2 stays for like.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think it has to do with the success and the amount of players that are still playing in 2 years.
Yeah, true. I also wonder if there wasn't as many hackers, if there would be a Warzone 2. Or if we'd just be getting like a big Warzone update or something, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
It is interesting as to, how they make these decisions.
Yeah.
So.
It'll be very interesting the day we all load up Warzone 2, like what that's like, because that'll be big for them. If Warzone 2 fails, they might be in big trouble with some Call of Duty, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think that would be the last. If that's as bad as like when we got Caldera.
Well,
like
here's
remember
the deal.
when you were just like falling through the map day of Caldera and all this shit?
Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine Warzone 2 launches and it's that shitty.
There's gonna be issues.
Yeah, there'll be a stim glitch again. Helicopters, they'll take out the minigun.
But I mean, there's going to be issues. But yeah, they could be in trouble because console players are probably going to have to uninstall Warzone and like, you know what I mean? The first one?
Every other game they have, Jesus.
And then you're just like, well, fuck it. Like I'm not reinstalling fucking Warzone. Like,
true.
You know what I mean? Or I mean, maybe people will go back to it. I don't know, but
that is a good thing. I wonder how many
could.
people uninstalled Warzone for Modern Warfare 2.
I don't know.
Even just that.
I didn't have to do that.
I didn't either. But I know back in the day there'd be a Warzone update, and I'd be like, "Fuck! I guess I'm deleting like 3 games." You know?
Yeah, but I mean, see, like the fucking this thing is on my foot. It's like driving me nuts. Like the thing that I don't get, obviously I don't know exactly verbatim how many gigabytes Warzone is right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I know it's well over 150 gigabytes. I think it's close to 200.
Yeah, here I'm gonna look it up.
So, I mean, you're telling me that like Verdansk isn't in there somewhere?
Yeah, for fuck's sake, let us play Verdansk, you little rats. That's gotta be in there. Come on. It says Activision says you need 175 gigs of hard drive space on a PC to install. On Xbox, you need 92, and it's similar to PlayStation, it says. And then adding Modern Warfare onto the Warzone package makes it 250 gigs on PC and 150 gigs on console.
Yeah, see, that's insane.
That's nuts. That's too many gigs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's insane.
Fuck you!
Fucking Activision.
But I mean, I do think the graphics look really good.
Yeah, it does. It does look good. I do like that, and I think like all the camos. I like the maps. The 3 maps that we got are fun.
Yeah,
those 3 maps I keep repeating over and over again. I know. Everybody hates. Is it? What's the big street one that everybody hates?
The Border.
Yeah, Border.
Yeah,
it's
not called Border, but
people hate that one. I think it's all right.
I don't mind it.
There's sometimes, but like that's also any map that you just keep dying on. You're like, oh, this map sucks. But then the second you play good, you're like, oh fuck, this map might be fun.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, there's so far there's not any map I hate. There's some that I'm like, oh okay, well I don't want to play here, but I will. But yeah, because sometimes the map design can be pretty fucking horrible.
I mean, I would hope not. The game's been out 3 days, so
it's true. But no, there is. I mean, there has been Call of Duties where, like, day of, I'm like, I'm over this fucking map already. I don't want to come back here. Get me out of here. I would love if there was an option in Call of Duty to, like, click, like, I don't want to play this map ever again, or I don't want, like, imagine if you could be like, I don't want to play PC players. I don't want to play this map. I don't want to play with, like, If someone sits in a corner for more than 45 seconds, try not to get me in their lobbies. Like, imagine if you can hit like a checklist.
Yeah, but could you? I mean, it'd probably take you forever.
I was just gonna say it'd probably take you 35 minutes to get into a game. But if you could even just do the maps and shit like that, I'd be so on board for that.
Well, I don't know why they don't bring it back where you vote for the next map.
Yeah, I used to love that shit.
You know?
I don't understand why it's just like, we're just gonna pick for you. We'll have fucking Jarvis do some gobbledygook in here, and he'll tell you what we're gonna play.
And then supposedly, I read too that when you're playing like headquarters and or domination, the checkpoints go in the same order every time. So if you sit there, supposedly, I don't know,
Jesus.
but I did read that like if you just write them down like as like they're gonna be the same the very next time you play that map. And you play the same fucking headquarters or domination or whatever.
So we should start playing headquarters and domination and just like jotting down notes and studying.
Well, but I'm just like, how is that not randomized? I'm like, it's 2022, almost 2023. We can't randomize when the fucking things are.
In Halo, back in like I don't know 2008, you could put spawn points and be like random. But fucking, they can't do that in Call of Duty with a couple of headquarters positions.
Like I said, I don't know how true it is. I just read it and I was like, oh, that's fucking interesting.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's teams where like I'll be playing against them and it's like, I mean, they just fucking annihilate you, and it's like, Jesus Christ! Like we didn't even get a headquarters. Like we didn't even capture one. Fuck you! It's like 250 to nothing. It's like, what the fuck? You guys like orange juice? It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
So we have to wrap up here. We have less than a minute. Is there any last things you want to say to the people before Zoom kicks us out of here?
No, other than have a great day, have a safe Halloween. I know this will be out after Halloween, but comment down below. Let us know what kind of candy you got. Maybe you got fentanyl. If you got fentanyl, let us know. Hopefully you didn't die. Be safe. Check your kids' candy.